Do I look happy, motherfucker? Rangers lose 3-2 in overtime to the Vancouver Canucks. On the East Coast, it is almost 1 in the morning. I have class at 8 a.m. 9 a.m. I have to wake up at 8 just because it takes me just a half hour to get out of bed. I stayed up because New York Rangers hockey, baby. Gotta watch every game. And I don't know where to start. You're not winning a game when you take 6 penalties. No matter if your penalty kill made the Canucks go 0 for 6 or not, you're not winning a hockey game, because that means not enough time at the other end of the ice for you to produce goals. And even then, even strength, 5-on-5, nope. Nah. The Rangers' sustainable offense in that? Nah. We're lucky the power play produced tonight. Otherwise, we get shut out 2-0. The power play went 2 for 5. Could have went 3 for 5 because Demko's glove looked like my hand right now, because you can see his skin because his glove fell off. And they don't score. They don't. Oh my God. So the Rangers score on the power play at first. Zibanejad from Panarin and Fox. Great play from Fox to poke check. I don't remember who it was. Great poke check play. Finds Panarin. Panarin finds Zibanejad. Zibanejad with a beautiful goal in front. And I tweet about how Zibanejad has been underwhelming, and naturally he scores. And I've been saying the same about Brett, and naturally he scores on the next power play. Strome to Fox. Fox, Panarin. Panarin in the net. Bam. 2-0 Rangers. Igor robbing the Canucks. Minute 30 in, the Rangers decide sleep time. We're up 2-0. Former Ranger JT Miller scores. Oh, and a fun fact. What was that return again we got in the Miller trade, the Miller-McDonough trade? Oh, we got Vlad Nemestikov. All right, he wasn't in the lineup for the Rangers tonight. Libor Hayek, nope, he was a healthy scratch. Brett Howden playing first-line minutes in Vegas tonight. All right, Carl Henrickson, we drafted with the draft pick. He's overseas right now, or he's in the AHL. Not even sure. And Niels Lundqvist though, right? Nope. None of the players that we traded Miller and McDonough for were wearing New York Rangers equipment tonight. The closest we got is Libor Hayek and Niels Lundqvist in the suit walking into the locker room. And of course, naturally, JT Miller scores from Garland and Pettersson 2-1. 4 minutes later, and also, can I mention on that that goal that Keandre Miller, no effort to even stop that. Good stuff, Keandre. And then Podkolzin, given all the space in the world, Miller and Trouba out there naturally, because why change the defensive pairs ever for once in your life? And Podkolzin scores from Garland and Myers. Have yourself a day, Garland. And then the Rangers decide, oh, shit, the game's tied. So they start getting the work a bit, 5-on-5, barely, but they were getting some better chances, some better looks. And then later on in the period, the Rangers get a power play. That power play then turns into a 5-on-3 for 40 seconds, but it turns into a 5-on-3. And on said power play, Demko goes full Dominic Hasek on us. And even worse, His glove fell off of his hand, and the Rangers still don't score. They still don't score. I can't. It's so laughable. It's so laughable. And the worst part is, most of it wasn't even blocks by the Canucks defensemen or forwards. Demko had a kick save on one of those shots. My God. What a joke. What a joke. I can't even describe that sequence of events. It was comical. Truly comical. And then overtime, the Rangers win the opening draw, getting some good chances, looking like the better team. But naturally, because this always happens in overtime, always, right? Team that's playing better in overtime loses the game. You have Keandre Miller thinking he's a bowling ball rolling down the ice into Demko, trying to make a play. And then the puck goes down. JT Miller, a breakaway. Igor with a great stop. Igor doesn't know where it went. Went behind the net. Miller, JT Miller, that is, not Keandre. JT Miller, the only one who sees it. Wrap around. Game over. Canucks win 3-2. Call it an overreaction. Call it what you want. That is embarrassing to lose when a goaltender does not have his glove on his hand. Shots on goal, 25-36. Not enough shots. 48-52 in the faceoff dot, so better looks in the faceoff dot tonight. 12 penalty minutes to 10. Not enough 5-on-5 time because of it. 24 hits even. 18 blocks to the Canucks 12. And then 2 giveaways to the Canucks 5. Something's got to change 5-on-5. Because this can't just keep happening. When are the lines going to click? I know it's hard to, and they're changing things up a bit, but nothing is showing signs of working. Nothing. The first line of Kreider, Zibanejad, Barclay Goodrow? No. Because, again, it was all the power play tonight. No. Barclay Goodrow should not be on the first line. No. The second line, Panarin, Strome, Kakko? Nope. Nothing from them. That line that we thought looked great in Nashville, Lafreniere, Heedle, Blais? Nothing good come from that. Our best line has been the fourth line. Our best line has been Dryden Hunt, Kevin Rooney, and Greg McKegg. They have been the only consistent forwards 5-on-5, and the only line that has been getting in on the forecheck. When your fourth line is getting the best looks 5-on-5, you're not winning hockey games. It's as simple as that. I don't think I have to be here to tell you that, but that's just the way it is. And if anyone wants to argue in the comment section, go ahead. But, I mean, I'm watching the full 60, and this is what I'm gathering personally. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. And then the defensive pairings, besides Lindgren and Fox, something has to change because it's unacceptable. The Trouba-Miller pairing is just completely unacceptable. I'm not implying before anyone gets in the comments saying, you're overhating on Jacob Trouba again. No, tonight it was Keandre out of the two that I'm more pissed off with. A lot more pissed off with. I thought Trouba actually had a pretty decent game. I'm more pissed off with Miller, thinking he's a bowling ball. That's who I'm more pissed off with. And honestly, he has not looked great since the first half of last season. I've said that before, and so it's not an overreaction. I've been saying that he has not looked great. So you can't even say that's an overreaction for me, because it's not. It's just the way it's been. He hasn't been great. They have to change something on the defense, because the other four were solid tonight. Jared Tenorti, the guy everyone hates, was solid tonight. Patrick Nemeth was solid tonight. And then Fox and Lindgren, we know how they are. So it seems like, and you're not saying Trouba because he's making $8 million. So it seems like maybe we're getting on the verge of Keandre Miller not being penciled in the lineup every day. I feel like we need to get there soon, because it truly is concerning. Individual performances, Panarin, like I said, I mean, honestly, I don't even need to go into individual performances. 5-on-5 was a complete joke. The first power play unit got it done, except for when Demko's glove was off his hand. The first unit got it done. So not much to say with them, but with the forward lines, I mean, I don't have to get into individual performances, because like I said, none of them were clicking. None of them except for the fourth line tonight. There was not enough good forechecking from the other three forward lines. There just simply wasn't. And then the defense, I don't have to get into individual performances too. Like I said, 5 out of the 6 defensemen were good tonight. Keandre had a terrible game. As simple as that. Trouba doesn't even deserve the -2 tonight, and I'm saying this. I'm saying it out of all people. So, just embarrassing. Igor was great tonight. I'm sure he'd like to have maybe that second goal back. But other than that, I mean, even then he played out of his mind. I can't. It's impossible to knock on Igor. He was really great. It's impossible to find a way to say that it was his fault. And I really don't want to hear the "at least we got a point" thing tonight. I really don't. I really don't. You had an opportunity where a goalie did not have a part of his equipment on his body and has to stop pucks at least over 60 miles per hour. Maybe I'm over exaggerating that with certain shots, but you get the point. It's not like you could just stop pucks with your bare hand easily. There's a reason all the goalies have this equipment. And Demko did not have one of the crucial parts of his equipment on, and they couldn't bury it. Also, the other reason I don't want to hear is because as a Met fan, I'm not thrilled about the Braves winning the World Series, but that's besides the point. We're here to talk hockey. So we're still second in the Metro right now with 14 points, sitting 2 points behind Carolina. Obviously, it would have been ideal since Washington has a game in hand. I know it's early to be talking about games in hand and everything, but it would have been ideal to get up there to 15 points because it was so obtainable with the way the end of the third went and with the way overtime went. But, I mean, sure, I guess we stay satisfied with the point. Sure. I don't even want to make this too long of a video because of the fact that it's going to take forever to render, and I'm not even going to get to bed until like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning by the time this goes up. So let's get to Twitter. Colin says, how the fuck did we lose that game? We were up 2-0, had all the momentum going into the third. See, that's where I really feel like the Rangers fooled everyone into thinking that this was a great game, because to me personally, What did everyone see 5-on-5 in the first and second period that made everyone think they had momentum? It was all on the power play. It was mostly Igor making us look good. That's just how I see it personally. I mean, there was a point in the game where the shots were 20-12, I think, after the second period. That's not enough looks. It just isn't. Or maybe I am just, being too harsh because the Rangers were in the box so much, because the refs called weak calls on both sides. So, yeah, I don't know. To me personally, I can't really say anything about momentum, because to me the Rangers really didn't have a strong 5-on-5 game. That's just my opinion personally. New York Style 24 says, I mean, at least we got a point. All I gotta say on that one, I'm speechless, to be honest. Or all I gotta say on that one, I'm speechless, to be honest. I think it was, sorry. But yeah, I truly was speechless. I sat there with my face in my hands for a minute, just disappointed. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, points are, I mean, it's a stupid system. Win or lose, I'm saying it during a overtime loss. Win or lose, it's stupid that teams get rewarded for losing the game, no matter the style. But that's the NHL, so we got to be satisfied with the overtime loss, I guess, because we do get a point. But at the end of the day, I'm not thrilled, because when a goalie does not have one of the main parts of his equipment on, you just have to score. You just have to. It's ridiculous. Next game's what, against Edmonton? Yep, that's gonna be a fun one, huh? 7-1 Edmonton Oilers. Igor has to be starting that game. I'm sorry, I can't watch Georgiev trying to stop McDavid and Draisaitl. I have no appetite to watch that. I don't think any of us do. So I'd imagine he's starting. It's a 2-day break, and then you have Georgiev start the second part of the back-to-back. Because then the idea is you want to get Shesterkin in against Florida before a 4-day break. You don't want your goalie getting a week off, more than a week off, that would be. So I'd imagine Shesterkin gets the start in Edmonton. And I'll tell you right now, if the lines aren't different going in the next game, I wouldn't really expect. I honestly won't expect much in terms of the amount of goals we score, unless Mikko Koskinen's in net for Edmonton. I just don't expect the Rangers to make noise if they don't change up the lines. I really don't, because this clearly is not working, and this is what, the 4th or 5th straight game of us having similar line combinations, and it's not working. They gotta try something new. But that's gonna be it for me with this one. It's late, so thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, turn the notifications on, and I will see you guys in the next one.